Here's episode number 116 in the chat. There's nobody. So the fucking
Hello,
third
nobody.
time there's nobody in the chat. So nobody watches these things anymore. Well,
I do not know.
Yeah, on to news then.
Shall we have some news? Let's have some news.
Man 55 arrested after swastika flag is draped from terrace house. So it's okay to walk through London with an ISIS flag, but if you fly a Nazi flag in your house, that's that's illegal, is it? Police took the male into custody on suspicion of a racially aggravated public order offence after the flag was put on display in Neath, Wales. A man has been arrested after the swastika flag was draped on the back of his terrace house in Wales. Police took the 55-year-old into custody on suspension of racially aggravated public offence order this morning. Anyway, why is it allowed to put a flag that he wants on his own fucking house? I don't condone the fucking use of the flag, but and when it comes to flag, I think she's not right to fly a fucking flag in your own goddamn house. In front of there's a lot of background noise coming from you.
I mean, was it hanging on the outside or the inside of it?
It was right on the outside.
Ah, that's. I don't know. That's.
Hello, Harry wants
The knee jerk in me says burn the dude's house down, but then free expression, freedom of speech. At least he put his own scarlet letter on himself if he believed that if he did it just to piss people off. I think challenge achieved.
No, I'm on this monster. This is not my house. This house is in Wales. Hello, TC. I don't like the lady to put a flag with the libertarian in me says, well, it says if it's his house, you should be allowed to fly a flag you want to.
Yeah, there's a thing. I've got the same conflict. It's, part of me saying it's his right to do it. Part of me saying, dude, you done goofed.
Yeah, almost as we're spotted visiting a property in a row of terrace houses in Neath around 10 a.m. believed to be in connection with the incident. Later confirmed they had made arrests and the flag had been taken down, reports Wales Online. Images of it. Most houses in Scotland look like that, but most houses in Britain look like that as a whole, really. Passerby said they spotted the flag near the A147 474 flyover in Neath. Posted a picture on social media and says you don't see something like that often. Now you know. A police spokesman said we are aware of the images circulating on social media of a flag of a swastika being displayed in Neath. I can reassure you this flag has been removed and has been arrested on suspicion of a racially aggravated public offence order. I mean, I don't know how it's wasteful though, because I mean, we just do it just to piss them off. I don't know. He's currently in police custody. But, like, it was okay for people to fly an ISIS flag, and that's not racially aggravated. And why is that racially aggravated?
I think it's more to protect the class of those who actually do it.
I don't know.
Like I said, I'll be if I see that flag, I'll be one of the first people to cringe. But he does have the right, you know, he does have a right to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then on the other hand, Wales.
Yeah, the British persons also counting Wales as well, sadly. Come on. Yeah, microwave eggs explode in woman's face, leaving her horrific burns. Bethany Ronson says she was left in total agony. I could see skin peeling off after her microwave eggs exploded. Jesus.
She obviously doesn't know how to microwave eggs.
Good
Yeah,
God.
and did she not bother to crack them first, or did you just? Hello, Lincoln Pick.
Is it wrong? Is it wrong that the first thing that I really noticed was those goddamn eyelashes of hers? Not necessarily the burn. It's the fact that she's got a Italian's mustache on each eyelid.
She does too.
She does. Yeah, Lincoln Pick, that does look bad. A woman said she was nearly blinded in one eye and suffered horrific burns when 2 eggs exploded in her face after being boiled in a microwave. Bethany also said she was left with serious injuries after reading online a recipe which claimed it was safe for the microwave eggs to be in water without them bursting. Clearly, it wasn't. I've heard of this before. I've heard of it. I remember years ago there was a footballer who played for Scotland that did the same thing. Cooked eggs in the microwave and blew up in his face.
You can cook eggs in the microwave. You just have to basically scramble them.
Yeah, because that's the only eggs I can think of that get cooked in the microwave is scrambled eggs. As I was thinking, but yeah. The insurer claims that's right for cooking them in a microwave. Is it not if they are fully submerged in water? I don't know. I've never actually tried it. The only time I've ever boiled an egg is when I've used the pan, so yeah. The insurer claims she followed the guidelines, adding salt as indicated, and took them out of the microwave to cool after 6 minutes at 600 watts. As she looked into the jug, checked 2 shelled eggs already, then exploded with a huge bang, nearly blinding her and burning the side of her face, she says. Time to cook, you have to break the yolks. I mean, but I can't think of any other way that would happen. Yeah, that's what she did. She tried to boil the eggs in the microwave, and obviously it didn't work out for her.
That just reminds me, I have some pickled eggs in the fridge. I should eat those.
Sounds only worked in the pan anyway, but yeah, it does. Until agony, Bethany immediately dialed 999 while she ran cold water over her face. But says she could feel her skin had started to peel off. Jesus.
Yeah.
She adjusted burns She's rushed to the Burns Unit Hospital, Elizabeth Hospital, Birmingham. Oh, it's Birmingham. Birmingham, that makes sense now. She's in Birmingham, that makes sense. She received treatment, including wet bandages over the face, and stayed overnight. Bethany said doctors can't yet determine if permanent changes have been done to her eye because it is sealed shut due to swelling. She remains in hospital where she feels okay but nervous. I'm not sure if I'd be able to see out of the eye with the swelling when the swelling goes down. Well, you're gonna have to wait till it goes down then. No shame really, because smash or pass. I'm gonna say smash.
On looks, on absolute looks alone, give her a couple cheeseburgers first. I like big girls, but then the
yeah, wasn't the bad poacher. Yeah, I'd smash that.
Yeah, I'd have a go at it.
Bethany from Rennie's sponsorship said she's been advised the burns once scar, but she can expect long-term skin discoloration. She said, I was making breakfast for her. I giggled to see if you can make boiled eggs in the microwave. There's endless websites and YouTube videos which say you can.
And all these websites probably say be very damn careful because the eggs can blow up in your face.
You can end up looking like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because one side of her face isn't that bad. The other side's really bad, though.
Yeah. Oh God, those lips make it. Those lips make it look like she's probably got terminal duck face too in selfies.
Probably. Okay, you said you could cook the eggs as long as they would add salt. They want to prevent them from bursting. So of course I added salt. The instructions said to leave the eggs in the microwave between 6 and 8 minutes. Being cautious, I did 6 and cooked them out. I looked in the jug to see if the eggs were done. They went bang in my face. You probably should have cooked them in the pan then. That probably would have been a lot easier.
Or without actually looking into it. Ooh. Okay, maybe I just changed my mind. Ooh, hello. No, back down a little. Little more. Little more. There you go. Hello, sweetheart.
It's small for my liking, but you know.
They're covered.
Pillbug. It only happened as I took them out, though. The eggs were still flying in the microwave. Once I'd taken them out and shut the microwave door, they all of a sudden burst. I was on my own, so I called 999 and sent an ambulance while I was running cold and splashing water on my face. Cold water and splashing on my face. I splashed myself, I could feel my skin peeling off. Like a sunburn, yeah.
That quickly? That's... I mean, skin peeling off that quickly? I don't know.
It was the... It was hot enough to boil and then blew up in your face. That would cause some damage.
Yeah, my question is how much of it was actually skin and how much of it was cooked egg? Just saying.
Yeah. Seemed like hard to tell.
So I take it. Yeah. So I take it she never bothered to do the whole thing where if you're going to agitate it by taking the jug out, take it out, move it around, then do something, or maybe add a little bit of cold water to it first. Blanching is a thing.
I have no idea. She could feel her skin peeling off even though it wasn't. It felt horrible. I was in total agony. I could feel my skin burning for hours afterwards. Even when I was being treated in hospital, I felt like my skin was being ripped off. It was so scary. I'd never been so scared in my life. I was shaking and crying. The best thing for facial burn is vinegar. I've never heard of that, but I have no reason to disprove it. I don't know if I'm about to disprove it, so I feel like putting vinegar on the skin would only make it worse.
Putting what on the skin?
Hunter Moses says the best thing for a facial burn is vinegar.
I don't know. I know vinegar is good for a sunburn. I didn't know if it was good for a facial burn.
Well, sunburn would be basically the same thing as a burn, so
Yeah.
And to be truth, if you pour vinegar all over your face and it gets into your eyes, burn's going to be the least amount of your worries.
oh, that will stop.
Scotty needs to be gassed, but he smokes, so I guess he gasses himself. Okay, then Cryptic. I was getting down to see. I thought that would make it much worse. And I'm going to take me to hospital and covered my face with wet bandages. First the paramedics, and then hospital staff tried to see if there was any permanent damage to my eye, but due to being swollen, they were unable to tell. We've already said that. Things like we've already said. The accident yesterday was the worst thing that's happened to me so far. It's without a doubt the worst day of my life today. It's supposed to be bleach. No, bleach literally burns your skin in general. It doesn't help. Don't make you sing the tacos, though. I only get money for it, so I can't really complain too much.
Please, Cryptic, do it. Although, wait, no. I like the taco song, so I have mixed feelings about this, actually.
I think you feel like I'm going to ruin it for you for the rest of your life now.
I don't know.
So a little side note for the Americans real quick, specifically Thunder. If you ever decide to go to Wales and you want to bring your own electrical appliances, when you get the converters, that socket that was right next to her head, that's what it needs to look like.
Yeah, that's just the whole UK in general, though.
Yeah.
All
Don't
our
forget
plugs
the
will do
voltage regulator too. Yeah, and don't forget the voltage regulator, because if you try to plug your stuff straight into the wall, it'll probably blow up.
Yeah, because we have a higher
Y'all run
voltage.
you use 220 for everything there, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we use
Yeah,
110 for most
220
everything.
And to think the damage is to my face and eye. The main focus of anybody is their face and now my scars and potentially damaged vision. It's 240 also. Bethany said the instructions from the recipe. It says we got the instructions from the recipe website last week. It says eggs can be boiled and microwave based on the mirror. You just pretty much prevene yourself. Of the website advises to add salt and ensures the egg won't explode. It might sound harmless, but exploding eggs are very bad. Which this article proves exploding eggs are pretty bad.
Something tells me she just took whatever cup or bowl that she microwaved it in, put like 1 or 2 shakes from the salt shaker in there, either putting nowhere near enough salt to actually do its thing, or didn't even bother waiting for the salt to dissolve.
Craig's a Twitch fault is over there. Yeah, that's a shame. It goes to say we're taking volcanic cut eggs, pieces and sharp bits, shell flying everywhere. Skip this all at your own risk. I can believe that's what she did, yeah. Pinja Bethany microwaved a standard 1 liter jug, claiming she added salt precisely because she didn't want the eggs to explode. Says instead of my friends and family, she claims she is the only person to experience exploding eggs. Bethany said, I have a cousin who did the same thing. Luckily for her. Oh, saying I've got money now, dude. I have to sing there. In fair enough. Do. I can't wait for this to fucking do thing and log me in. I don't know why it even logs me in. I never log out of it. It shouldn't log me out all the time, but it does.
It happens.
Thank you, Cryptic, for the £5. Burrito, taco. Don't think it's because I got a lot of money, I'll give you taco flavored kisses, honey. Fulfill your wishes with my taco flavored kisses. Taco, burrito, taco. Fulfill all your wishes. Thank you, Cryptic, for the $5. Very much appreciated. We have one dislike. I feel like we earned that dislike today. That was a very hard, well-earned dislike.
Well, perhaps.
One of these. What?
Perhaps.
That being said, I have a cousin who did the same thing. She claims she isn't the only person to same thing. Luckily for her, the explosion happened in the microwave and not in her face. There's also family friends whose egg burst. And he got them out of the microwave, but then again, luckily it didn't go off in his face. Well, she's the unlucky one then.
Yeah, the yolk's on her.
Yep. It's very clear. It's very clearly dangerous, as numerous people have had the same explosion from eggs in the microwave. I honestly wouldn't miss that. That's why I'm so annoyed that the recipe website literally says, if you do this, it won't happen. Well, I did. It still happened. I'll never boil eggs in the microwave again, and I hope nobody else will either. Lesson learned there. If you're going to boil eggs, use the pan.
Oh, I'm sure somebody is going to.
Humans on a whole have no intelligence, so someone's going to do it.
I don't think it's no intelligence. I think some intelligence. And so, like, share, and subscribe.
Well, you know how they talk. You know how they talk about there's always that one extreme for every really smart person. There's somebody really stupid. Well, I guess the opposite of Stephen Hawking is this girl. There's your average.
It's more AOC is the opposite of Stephen Hawking, or well, anyone in Congress, really.
Honestly, I hate to say it, but like it or not, AOC, she's honestly a lot more than Trump than a lot of people think. Because they both say some all right stuff. They both say some incredibly stupid stuff.
No, for every smart person, there are a dozen Muppets. Yeah. Furious Vegans slam Bonuson's £2.20 veggie BLT featuring carrots instead of bacon as a disgrace because it's just a salad sandwich. Well, what the fuck do you expect from something that's meant to be vegan? I mean, what would
Fuck off, vegans. You got what you wanted. They have a vegan sandwich.
You should use carrots to replace the bacon in the BLT. You should at least use beets so it remains a BLT.
Yeah, instead of just a CLT. But here's the thing, it's vegans though. So how can they really complain that much? You know, like what else would you eat? They should use frazzles instead of bacon. Yeah, but then only check the ingredients of the frazzles though. Also, if you don't know what frazzles are, they're like a crisp is bacon flavored.
I've heard there's some like an insect that's supposed to be bacon flavored. I have not tried it, nor am I going to.
Even then, it's vegan, and they still can't eat it. Various vegans have blasted Morrison's new veggie BLT, saying makes a mockery of plant-based lifestyles. Well, if you live on fruit and vegetables all the time, you cannot then complain if a supermarket makes something based on you that has fruit and vegetables in it.
Some people will just complain just to complain because they like complaining.
Yeah.
Morons.
The supermarket has released its own vegan take on the famous bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich, calling the CLT carrots, lettuce, and tomato. Yeah, the pig fly probably tastes the bacon. A spokesperson for Morrison said, Morrison's have just launched the carrot, lettuce, and tomato sandwich for those looking for a twist on the BLT. The CLT replaces meat with smoky carrot strips. Carrot also includes tomatoes, lettuce, and vegan mayo. And also sandwich between malted bread. Vegans are at the £2.20 sandwich, calling it a display. You complain when something doesn't fit your lifestyle, but then when something does, you then complain about it because it makes a mockery of it. I'm pretty sure you're the one making a mockery of your lifestyle. Hello, Blanco.
Busted.
Are you joining or are you sitting in the chat instead? Lindsay Entwistle, still a registered dietitian, said, "No, I can get excited about this. No, I can't get excited about this. It makes a mockery of vegans. Can't have bacon here, have some carrot. Well, what else would you put in the carrot, is there? What else would you put in the fucking sandwich then? I guess some other vegetable, but then that's the same thing, wouldn't it?
To replace the bacon with something that a vegan would eat. What the hell's the problem?
Yeah. I mean, the problem is that because it traditionally usually has meat in it, and they're using that to try and market to vegans, that's their problem. But then they'll complain if they didn't do that. So then if there was no vegan options whatsoever, they'll then complain about that. So it's a lose-lose either way, really.
Yeah. Much.
Stevie Shepard said on the side, "I'm grateful for a salad sandwich." Well, what else would you eat then? A fucking vegetable sandwich. There's not really much option for you. Yeah, no wonder everyone asks where we get our protein. And Caroline, this is such a letdown. I can't imagine how delicious on-the-go sandwich. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of those, but you're a vegan and decide to eat awkwardly, so yeah. Okay, I understand there's some vegans that are vegans because there's dietary needs and stuff, but they can't eat stuff that comes from animals. But most vegans are vegans by choice. Not because
I really kind of say, personally, I kind of think if they want to bitch about it being a salad sandwich, well, hell, grab the oil and vinegar and let's go.
Yeah.
That's actually that's a hell in and of itself, just a salad sandwich.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. Do they have Subways over there?
Yeah.
Like Subway sandwiches?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, they have the
Over here, a lot of the Subways over here have what they call the Veggie Delight sandwich, which it sounds fine and great until you realize they just grab a hunk of bread and throw just about every damn vegetable they have on the bread. That's it. So not a new concept.
Yeah. Apparently, no vegans work.
I would.
Or were.
I'd actually see. I'd actually probably buy that just for hey, salad on a sandwich. Awesome.
Like I said, they can't really complain when they complain. They would complain if there was no vegan sandwiches. They make a vegan sandwich and they still complain.
I actually prefer my salad on a stick, which at this point is just a head of lettuce on a pike. I have not quite figured that one out.
And the lettuce isn't even a lettuce; it's probably just some leaf.
And y'all are making me hungry, so I'm going to have to actually go make food.
Well,
Okay.
your mother just came in and told you dinner was ready, so.
Yeah, so yeah, there's already been food made for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, no vegans work for them, or there was no public surveys done with vegans as a guarantee. This would not have been suggested. He commented, this is the biggest disgrace of a sandwich I've ever seen. Yes, but not all veggie lovers were disappointed with the carrot sandwich. Isabella said, "Had this yesterday. Don't knock it before you try it." The carrot does like to taste like bacon because of how it's smoking. It's absolutely delicious. Well, there you go. You see, someone liked it.
See, I can go with that. I would actually go with that. Holy shit! So that's what a Morrison's actually looks like, huh?
It depends on the building. Sometimes it don't all look like that.
Looks like a damn Wegmans over here.
More and more supermarkets and restaurants are increasing their vegan offerings. Greg's vegan sausage all hit the headlines when its sales skyrocketed, and now McDonald's has a vegan range. Cardiff City recently became the first Football League club to have a full vegan menu in its ground. Actually, that's incorrect because that was Forest Green. But then again, Forest Green they're all vegan. I always expect the Daily not to get everything right. So yeah, if you're a vegan, stop complaining.
I'm not a vegan, and I would actually try that sandwich.
And I'd be hollering, "Where's the beef?"
Like crap, I never picked you for an 80. Yeah. Crappy, I never pictured you for an 80-year-old little old lady. Where's the beef?
Yep. Or pork or chicken or fish or something.
And a vegan sandwich. That would go down very well.
It ain't a sandwich unless it's got protein on it. And not peanut butter.
No, do you not like peanut butter? Not a fan of peanut butter.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly. There you go.
Yeah.
There's a good old American sandwich.
Yep.
And it's vegan.
I guess it depends on the time. Chili vegan sandwiches are made of vegans that contain meat. Can imagine vegans taste very nice. I wouldn't think they would. Go on to the next story.
Oh no! I think when it comes, I don't know. Maybe it's just me because hell, there are actually places around where Crappy and I live that they'll take a hunk of cheese, throw that in bread, or throw that in between a piece of bread and call that a sandwich. So why the hell not?
I know people used to eat like pie sandwiches. Whether we get like a meat pie in between like a bread roll or like just a normal piece of bread and call that a sandwich.
That's true. I don't know. Between that and America's actually, hell, crappy. What the hell is her name? Some lady. She was all about. Some cooking lady was all about butter. Actually encouraged people to use glazed donuts as buns for a cheeseburger.
You talking about that older lady that died?
No. I know you're thinking of shit. Yeah, I know who you're thinking about, but not her. She was to the point where somebody made a damn statue of her out of butter.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I can't call her name.
Cryptic says Paula Deen.
Paula Deen. Paula Deen. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell, remember, she's the one who got a bunch of people to actually use donuts as buns for hamburgers.
Yeah.
That sounds nice, but also incredibly unhealthy.
I hear it's actually good.
It's not bad.
Good, but not good for you in general.
There ain't nothing about a donut that's good, really.
Apart from the taste.
Yeah.
First odds banned for contributing UK gender stereotype rules. Watchdog, VW, and bans Volkswagen in Philadelphia odds with bungling dads and passive moving. See, I'm glad that at least the law is being done equally, but at the same time, I think this is just fucking stupid. Lawrence Killer. 2 TV ads featuring new dads bundling comically while looking after their babies, and a woman standing there next to a pram have become the first to be banned under the new rules designed to reduce gender stereotyping. The advertising standard. What? Was that
There's a get woke, go broke moment.
No, they got banned. He got banned by the government itself, not the companies themselves.
Right. But here's the thing: how many companies have been making profits for decades over making the guy look like an absolute bungling idiot? And the first one to get banned is the people who they've been enjoying them making fun of for years. Just saying.
Do they matter the pie and the chips in Scotland too? Yeah, they do. That's how they cook the pie. They just put it in the fucking flat fire and just let it cook. They just put it in the deep fryer and just let it cook over here.
Yeah.
Banned ads for Philadelphia cream cheese and Volkswagen following complaints from the public. They perpetuate harmful stereotypes. Like I said, I'm glad that at least the law is being done equally. However, I don't like the law itself. Is my issue with it. I feel like I don't really care if it's fucking gender stereotypes and ads. Like I don't really see why it's such a big problem.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? On second thought, I think if I were to make a gripe about it, it's not so much. It's the fact that they've been making fun. Actually, not. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of don't feel too bad about the whole banning it because of the male bungling part, because they've been making fun of. They've been sitting there running that big for so long that it is the stereotype.
My problem is I don't like the power of it. Though. I don't. And the government has the power to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like if people don't like the way it's advertised, then they just shouldn't buy the product.
I agree.
Shouldn't have their ad banned.
Yeah, but but there's the thing. It's a matter of how long have these people been making fun of men being the bungling idiots for so long that that's what's actually become the stereotype.
Yeah.
Whether it's correct or not.
New rules introduced at the beginning and the end to ban the depiction of when men and women engaged in gender stereotypes. To help stop limiting how people see themselves and how others see them in the life decisions they take. Honestly, I don't think people honestly like look that deeply into fucking odds, but they literally think, oh, there's a man, he's an idiot. That's how men behave, or there's a woman, she's passive or whatever. I don't think it works like that. I bet that none of the people that have complained have shite fruit, have shite cheese in their fridges. In an ad for Philadelphia, the Mon Deleuze owned cheese brand, two new dads were shown eating lunch at a restaurant where food circulated on a conveyor belt while chatting. They accidentally find their babies are whisked away on it. Let's not tell mum, one of them says. Complaints said the tongue-in-cheek ad perpetuated the harmful stereotype suggesting men were incapable of caring for children and would be put at risk as a result of their incompetence. And then it's just called a joke. Mondelez told the ASA he was stuck on a no-win situation, having specifically chosen two dads to avoid depicting the gender stereotypical image of showing two new mums handling their childcare responsibilities. The ASA said it reinforced the idea that men were in effect child carers. Again, just a bit stupid, though, isn't it? Really? And welcome, Blingo.
Yo.
Oh, fuck, clicked the wrong thing. How are
I
you?
would have come in here like 10 minutes earlier, but I just saw this I just heard this wicked video of Yaniv. That just made me go, whoa. Yeah.
Okay. Also, see, as soon as you come in here, can you
So
say
are we talking like
just so I can let you in immediately, pretty much.
Wait, what?
See when you're here, just can you say you're like here in the chat, just to, like, just let you in pretty much straight away or something. So that you
Yeah,
have
that's
to,
fine.
yeah.
I wasn't like backstage very long or anything.
Okay, fair enough. The ad for Volkswagen's e-Golf vessel shows a series of scenes, including a man and a woman in a tent on a sheer cliff face, two male astronauts, a male para-athlete, and a woman sitting on a bench next to a pram. Thanks, Dade. We learn to adapt when we can achieve things. Complaints suggested that two men engaged in adventurous activities. That unlike her male counterpart, the female rock climber was passive because she was asleep, and then the woman with the pram was depicted as a stereotypical caregiving role. People really need to get something to do with their lives. I mean, really.
Yeah.
If you can,
do you remember you read a story about gender stereotypes being banned in adverts over here?
I think so, yeah.
Well, they've actually banned two ads now. This is the first two ads they've banned.
No, I'm not surprised. They said they were going to ban gender stereotypes, so yeah.
My gripe is well, I'm okay with the law being done like equally. It's applied equally to both men and women. However, I don't like the government having that power. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they should have used a trans couple who could complain then. They probably still would complain. And once they take the piss out of men, that's because Philadelphia cheese is marketed to women and gays. Ban their stereotypes. Volkswagen says this ad was not sexist and that the caring for a newborn was a life-changing experience. But adaptation, regardless of gender of the parent depicted. The ASA, however, concluded that the ad presented in the gender stereotypes in a way that was likely to cause harm. Likely to cause harm. Harm to what exactly?
remember, words are violence.
Nobody was ever injured as a result of that advert.
You hurt someone's feelings, which means you hurt them.
Like, really.
It's all stupid.
Critics said the new rules were too draconian and banning even the most innocuous use of gender stereotypes showed the watchdog had gone too far. I have to agree, actually. It's concerning to see the ASA take on the role of morality police, said Gerrit Lloyd Taylor, an advertising expert at the law firm of Lewis Skilking. It has to lay its zeal to enforce the new rules to override its common sense in this first batch of rulings. The ASA seems to be out of sync with society in general as it stands. The ASA's definition of harm is unworkable and urgently needs to be clarified. I hope these advertisers seek an independent review of the latest decisions. Clearcast, the body responsible for vetting ads before they are broadcast, also expressed its frustrations at the decisions. We are not disappointed, they said. The ASA's interpretation of the ads against the new rule and guidance goes further than we anticipated. It has implications for a wide range of good ads. Yeah, but stereotypes are offensive and harmful, and people may get hurt over hurt feelings. Because remember, hurting someone's feelings is the same as violence these days.
Yeah.
And we all need to learn. Obviously, because hurting someone's feces is a very important and very dangerous thing.
Yeah. All right, so before we get to the story, thank you, Rose Dreamer, for the $2 to say something that I'm not going to repeat because I ain't falling for that shit. Thank you.
So your wife gives you money and you don't bother to say the thing.
Oh, the irony is the money's probably coming out of my account anyway. So I probably just paid myself $2 to say something that I'm not going to say.
Fair enough. Yeah, right. Sticks and stones may make my bones, but names will nearly kill you. Yeah, that's what it seems like these days. Yeah, full screen, right. Come on, Daily Mail, load. Trump's Muslim ban is what Israel is implementing. Islam Omar slams Netanyahu for banning her from Israel. Banning her and Rashida Tlaib from visiting hours after President tweets radical Democrats hate all Jews. So yeah, they've been banned from Israel now.
Good.
Ilhan Omar on Thursday slammed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for banning her and fellow Muslim lawmaker Rashida Tlaib from visiting Israel, accusing him of implementing Trump's Muslim ban against two members of Congress. You just have to love Trump, yeah, you do. To be honest, the thing is that when he hits it right at the fucking. He hits it right at the ballpark. When he misses, he fucking misses. It's not even implementing the Muslim ban, it's because they fucking hate Israel. That's why they're banned from Israel. They hate
they've actually gone on record saying anti-Israel stuff. So
they hate Israel and they hate Jews in general, so they're not exactly going to be very welcome in a Jewish country, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny because it's funny to think about it because remember when Donald Trump did the whole go back to your own country thing and they actually sat there and put out a congressional resolution that says Donald Trump's racist and named him? The problem is the rule that they broke in doing that is a rule that they instituted saying that you cannot name a racist statement because of Ilhan Omar's anti-Semitic statements. So, just saying.
Comfy happening. Hello, Gold State Mafia. Oman is complaining that Israel banned her from a country she has spoke so much shit about. Very much. Oman, who's a target of the president's wrath, referred to the administration's policy to ban refugees from 7 Muslim countries, including our birthplace in Somalia. It is an affront that the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, under pressure from President Trump, would deny entry to representatives of the US government. Trump's Muslim ban is what Israel is implementing. No, they're banning you because you talk shit about them. And you also hate Jewish people. So you're not exactly very welcome in a Jewish country, are you? In the same way, I wouldn't expect somebody to talk shit about Muslims to be very welcome in a Muslim country. Which you would actually be in favour of that.
Would Trump didn't Trump go to Israel at one point?
Didn't Trump what, sorry?
Didn't Trump go to Israel himself at one point?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, so that puts it on it's not a these two are a couple cunts thing.
Like an example, say if Trump went to one of the countries that he banned, got banned from one of the countries that he banned refugees coming from, and he wasn't allowed to go in there. You still would be fucking cheering about it, wouldn't
Yeah.
they?
Well, didn't well, yeah. I mean, didn't they try Trump?
Well,
They
Britain,
tried,
yeah.
or didn't? Yeah, didn't they try to at least?
Well, they tried to ban him from Britain, yeah.
Well, I meant
not just
specific.
England.
Well, I'm. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, yeah, it's I was specifically said in England.
Well, no, I think there was a few
But
people
he
that
actually
even,
did
like,
show up in.
there was actually one guy, and there was actually one city that banned him, actually.
Didn't
And also, Chucker, you're a robot.
say, dude, I do. Sorry.
Dead, so.
All right, am I
Am
I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Sort of. Okay. So I do know there was all that grief when Trump tried to go over there, but then he showed up and had a good old time.
I have no idea.
So something you said about that at least.
This time against two duly elected members of Congress, the Minnesota Democrats said in a statement, Omar, who along with Tlaib is an outspoken supporter of Palestine, used her statement to criticize Netanyahu for his treatment of Palestinians, saying it was not a surprise that the two were forbidden from the trip, which was organized by a Palestine lawmaker. It included a stop at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam. It sits close to the site of the Second Temple and the holiest site in Judaism, making it a hotspot for the Israeli-Palestine conflict. On the president's visit, the Wailing Wall. Sadly, it's not a surprise given the efforts of public opposition to Prime Minister Netanyahu, who consistently resists peace efforts. No, he doesn't. It sounds as if Netanyahu rejects peace efforts. From what I've seen, the only people who try to reject peace efforts when it comes to this is Palestine.
Yeah.
It's Israel that offers the peace, isn't it?
Yeah, usually. And then Israel usually ends up giving them something in good faith.
Like some gift or something.
Yeah, usually it's land or businesses or other such amenities. Interestingly enough,
That they just
Petro says that Israel is justified, and yet he still thinks it's a bad PR mistake for Israel to give Omar and Tlaib such a club to use.
Yeah, but they're going to use it anyway regardless, weren't they?
Yeah, but still, don't give people free weapons.
Yeah, but thing is, when it comes to Ilhan Omar, the problem is she's going to show up and even if they let her in and she's going to show up, she's still going to scream and yell just as loud as she did about not being let in if somebody gave her a dirty look.
Yep.
You know, she may very well walk in there and go, I think everybody in this country should die. And somebody calls her a cunt because of it, and somebody starts international crisis by calling Ilhan Omar a cunt. You know, that's...
Palestine is just a terrorist state referred to the Munich massacre of 1972. Give it a club instead of a gun. So this is not a surprise given the public positions of Prime Minister Netanyahu consistently resisted peace efforts no he hasn't, restricted the freedom of movement of Palestinians, limited public knowledge of the brutal realities of the occupation, and aligned himself with Islamophobes like Donald Trump. Yeah, clearly. Most of that's fucking
fuck off
lie.
with that. It also...
And so Palestinians not allowed to leave Palestine now. The freedom of movement is restricted.
All right, so Scotty,
Well,
you're gonna want to be able to be ready to say it, okay?
on disavow.
Yep. So how much you want to bet this dizzy old twat Omar decided to try to go to Israel because she doesn't have to go through airport security in the U.S. and probably because she'll be there as a U.S. politician, won't have to go through airport security in Israel. So what could she probably sneak through security that a lot of extreme members of her faith,
Really wish they
a
could.
certain item of clothing that is
A vest made of ammo.
I was gonna say, what can she do that a bunch of other people wish they could?
in Israel when she doesn't have to go through them security checkpoints.
Why, you're not gonna disavow that,
Yeah.
Scotty? Wow.
It was too vague to disavow. I feel like I may get away with that one. Maybe.
The dumb twat's
What-
going to show up. The dumb twat's going to show up with a bomb uppercut.
I still say a vest made of ammo.
I'm not going to disavow that because it was vague. Big enough, I might just get away with it.
Okay.
It wasn't implicit, it was vague. Yeah. Yeah. Talib, meanwhile, tweeted a photo of her grandmother. Must have a foreign Talib, who lives in the occupied West Bank, and said Israel's decision to bar her grandmother from visiting was a sign of weakness. Oh well. I'm pretty sure you have a lot of money. Couldn't you just fly over there? Is that big a deal to you? You know? Here's the thing. What was the... I'm pretty sure it was one of these two, but what was the one that said, like, when they first got elected in, that they were like, you're going to do it for the people of Palestine? What one was it? Because I know it was one of them.
It probably would have been Talib because Omar isn't. I believe she's not from Palestine.
Yeah, because I know there's one of them that actually said, we're going to do it. We're having here to, like, for the people of Palestine or something.
Probably Talib.
That would that would be Omar, because Omar was the only one of the squad that was actually born in Syria, I think.
No. Somalia.
Whatever yeah.
Somalia.
Whatever yeah. Banger bro yeah.
No, I don't think she consummated the marriage, but she certainly did marry her brother.
Oh, yeah, she did, yeah.
Well, the thing is, even if that actually manages, if it ever actually manages to be disproven that she did not actually marry her brother, it means that she falsified information on the government form.
Yeah, that's how she got. That's how she got asylum in the US, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Her and her husband. Brother.
Let's fill the brim
Husband.
with.
Are we
That's
sure
all.
she's not actually a? Are we sure she isn't a representative for Alabama? Anyway,
Got a budget, so Alabama wouldn't vote the bid.
Mhm.
This one right here is my sister. She deserves to live in peace and with human dignity. I am because of her decision by Israel to bar her grandmother. When her granddaughter, a U.S. citizen, is a sign of weakness because the truth of what's happening to Palestinians is frightening. The Michigan Democrat wrote. Netanyahu's decision to bar the women from his country, came after Donald Trump advised it showed great weakness to allow Democrat members of the Congress to obtain entry, claiming they hate Israel and all Jewish people. That's because they kind of do. They just won't implicitly admit to it.
mhm.
Like they're not gonna literally sit here and say I fucking hate Jewish people. They're gonna be more vague about it than that, for obvious reasons. Why it used to be called Italian Somaliland, a history lesson for everyone.
We have a little Somalia, and it's a hellhole. So
I would imagine.
Is
Isn't
it
also
a
Little
hellhole or a shithole?
both.
Nah, the shit would be Little India, wouldn't it?
No.
About an hour after Trump tweeted his objection to her visit, the Israeli government announced that 2 women, the first Muslim elected to Congress, were banned from bidding an extraordinary act of intervention on behalf of the U.S. president to the internal affairs of one of America's allies. The decision has been made. The decision not to allow them to enter. Israeli Foreign Deputy Tzipi Otto, something Jewish, told the country's Reshet radio. Netanyahu, in a statement, said lawmakers were designed to hurt Israel, citing the support of the boycott Israel movement that wants the country to abandon the occupied territories.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, things beeping again.
Yep.
The intent is to hurt Israel and decrease its unrest against it.
Fuck off.
Should probably get that sorted.
Well, there's nothing to really sort.
Don't be racist, Somalia can also fling shit on the streets. So that's even more racist, isn't it? Trump encouraged Israel's move against its political rivals. It would show great weakness if Israel allowed Representative Omar and Representative Tlaib to visit. They hate Israel and all Jewish people, and there's nothing that can be said or done to change their minds. Minnesota and Michigan will have a hard time putting them back in office. Dundee. So there's anyone to call that place. Back in office there, disgrace. President tweeted Thursday morning. After Israel doubled down the decision, Representatives Tlaib, Omar and Tlaib, on the face of the Democratic Party, and they hate Israel, he tweeted. Congresswomen support the boycott and divest and sanctions movement, which aims to end international support for Israel because of all its policies towards Palestinians, and its continued construction on the West Bank, which is considered a violation of international law. The boycott allows for full equality for Arab Palestinian citizens of Israel. Under Israeli law, backers of the movement can be denied the entry into the country. Well, they followed their own laws then, didn't they? Omar also accused Netanyahu of interfering with her official duties. Well, it's not your official duties to enter a foreign country, is it?
No.
As a member of the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, it's my job to conduct and oversee foreign aid from the United States of America and to legislate on human rights practices around the world. No, it's not your job to control human rights around the world. Your job is to make sure America doesn't go into war with other countries. That's your job. And maintains
They're not
relations with other
supposed-
countries.
uh,
Isn't it? To maintain relations with other
Their
countries
jobs
to
are to
avoid wars
handle
and
the
stuff.
people of the U.S. and that's it. Congress as a whole declares war, but that's only if the people say so.
I wonder if Linda Stone is banned from Israel now. She's a massive anti-Semite. I don't know. The irony of the only democracy in the Middle East making such a decision is that both an insult to democratic values and a chilling response to a visit by government officials from an allied nation, he said in their statement. Yeah, an allied nation, but you're not an ally of them, are you? You actively work against them. Netanyahu said in a statement explaining the decision, he claimed the two women's visit had as the sole purpose of strengthening the boycott and negate Israel's legitimacy. There is no country in the world that respects the US and the US Congress more than Israel, Netanyahu said. He pointed out that two members of Congress defied their visit destination as Palestine rather than Israel. Unlike all Democratic and Republican congressmen to date, they have avoided seeking any meeting with the Israeli official in both government and the opposition. So they weren't doing the job. They were only going there and fucking call shit, weren't they? Really?
Mm.
So it seems
Yeah,
like.
pretty much. Well, Ilhan Omar is under this impression that because she's an American foreign affairs minister, that she can push around another sovereign nation because I said so.
And that's what it seems like, yeah.
Yeah, she's using America. She's kind of actually doing the same thing that Israel likes to do, which is using America as a weapon and a shield. I'm from America and I'm the foreign affairs minister person, so therefore I can use America and its reputation and all of this other shit to bully you. Kind of like how Israel likes to do it right back to Palestine.
Wouldn't that be the foreign affairs? What was her title again?
Foreign affairs minister. She's in the foreign affairs committee.
Yeah.
The head of the foreign affairs committee.
Well,
Yeah.
she's in the foreign affairs committee. I don't know if she's the head. I don't know if she's the head of it or not.
Well, no, she's the head if she's on the.
So yeah, she's using America to bully people because she's like, yeah, if you don't listen to me, you got to answer to America.
No.
And it's like, you don't even like America. Cut it out.
No, she's only in there to try and change the man and get her way, isn't it?
You can do both. You can
See,
try
now,
to
if
change
the-
America. You
if
can
the-
use it as a tool to harass the people you hate.
I did just say that she's trying to. She's in government in America to try and change America to her way.
Yeah, and at the same time, she's trying to manipulate it to bully the people she fucking hates. She's doing both.
I think if the entire committee actually tried to go to Israel at once, that'd be one thing. But if this twat's sitting there trying to flex herself, go to hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, really don't Netanyahu, Israel aren't saying considering they have attacked U.S. troops. Yes, I disagree with the idea of Israel using America as a shield. I don't like that idea. I don't think they should use America as a shield. That's one thing I have to do.
I hate to say it, but I hate to say it, but being at this point, the way it is just the way it is over there right now, from what I understand. If they didn't have, if they weren't able to hide behind America, they wouldn't exist at this point.
Because they have one of the strongest armies in the world, though, that's the thing. They are capable of handling themselves.
Yeah. I think it's to be the lone democracy or the lone ally of the U.S. I don't know. Like
One
that kind
eye
of
of
gets
the
him pretty good
US,
standing.
obviously, the
Say
main
what
US
now?
allies, but the main, they're only out in the Middle East, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, the US main allies would be like the UK, the Canada, France, things like that. But yeah, last week the Prime Minister met with 41 Democratic members of Congress who were visiting the country, which included Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, one of the highest-ranking Democrats in Congress, and a strong supporter of Israel.
Hoyer. Fuck
What's-
Hoyer up the ass with a big rubber dick, and not even since he was in Congress. That some bitch can go burn in hell just because he's from Maryland. He's a lifetime politician. He can go die just because of that. What is he, like 80 years old?
I don't know. I've never heard of him.
Unfortunately, I have, because I grew up in his fucking district.
Uh,
Like I said,
I'm
he
kind of
can go
surprised he's
fly.
actually supporters of Israel in the. I was just surprised there's supporters of Israel in the Democratic Party. To be honest, I wouldn't have expected that.
Mhm. Neither would I, but we had to be from the one person who I'm automatically going to distrust just by who he is in his history.
I assume he's been there for years then, hasn't he?
Yes, he has been. He's been in office. He's been in some sort of political office. Lord, as long as I can remember.
So I'm talking at least 30, 40 years then.
Yeah. I remember being a little kid and seeing these damn campaign signs all over the place.
And according to Hoyer, said the leader told Netanyahu, an Israeli ambassador, an Israeli ambassador to the US, Ron Dermer, to try and convince them to let Omar and Tlaib visit. Leader Hoyer has been working since yesterday to convince the Israeli government to allow representatives to leave an Omar entry, including speaking directly to the Prime Minister Netanyahu. He believes it's a grave mistake that undermines bipartisan pro-Israel consensus. He believes it's a sign of weakness that Israel should welcome discussion and the opportunity for members to visit and see facts for themselves. Honestly, even if it wouldn't make any difference. If we went to Israel, they'd still fucking hate Israel, wouldn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
They
It sounds
don't
like a
trust
fucking
that going there in good faith. They don't trust that at all. And I don't blame them.
Well, they aren't going there in good faith, are they?
No.
In a statement, Hoyer called the decision to ban lawmakers outrageous and accused Dermot of lying to him. Decision of the Israeli government to deny entry to Israel by two members of Congress is outrageous, regardless of their ingenuity of their views. This action is contrary to the statement and assures to me by Israel's ambassador to the US, out of respect for the US Congress and great alliance between Israel and America, we would deny entry to any member of Congress into Israel. The representation was not true, he said. He urged Netanyahu to reconsider his decision to ensure all members of Congress who wish to visit or to the West Bank received the proper respect and recognition they are due. How come we have the Middle East but there's no top and bottom? No top or bottom? I don't know. Guess you're going to have to ask them that. Burma said in July 2 lawmakers would be allowed to visit. I respect for the US Congress and the great alliance between Israel and America, we would not deny entry to any member of Congress into Israel, he said. Speaker Nancy Pelosi also criticized the decision and urged Israel to reverse course. As a member who loves Israel, I'm deeply saddened by the news that Israel has decided to prevent members of Congress from entering their country. He said in a statement, I pray the government of Israel reverse that denial.
Aw, they're trying to bully Israel now. That's adorable.
Yeah.
Now, Scotty, to answer, it in the Middle East, like somewhere between like the East as in Asia and the West as in North America, England, all that, or North America, Europe, all that. Aren't they like halfway in between?
Something like
They're
that.
they're halfway in between Europe and Asia, really.
All right, there you go. Hence Middle East. So you got
I like
East, Middle East, West.
or not Arms Killer's answer, because the top east is Russia, and the bottom east would be China. Chinese don't.
Really, most of the countries in the Middle East are considered Asian anyway. I was kind of like, what from Egypt? Because Egypt's also considered part of the Middle East, which is weird, even though it's in Africa.
How is Egypt the Middle East? That makes no sense.
It doesn't, but apparently it is, from what I've heard. Israel's denial of entry to Congresswoman to leave in Omar as a sign of weakness and beneath the dignity of the great state of Israel. President's statements about the Congresswoman are a sign of ignorance and disrespect beneath the dignity of the President, of the office of the President, she added. How long does this fucking thing go on for?
However long they can whine.
I think it's starting to get long enough to abandon.
Yeah, I agree.
I vote abandon it.
I agree, because I feel like if I read the whole thing, it's just going to go on for a while.
Yeah, they want to go to Israel. Israel says no. In America, the left is saying let them in. The right saying keep them out. And as usual, everybody else is saying grow up.
I assume because they consider Egypt as part of Arabia. They get paid by the world. I know, but that was one of the longest articles I've seen in a while. So yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, we shall move on from that. This fucking thing reloads. There you go. Transgender woman arrested for using lady solid because she still has a penis. Gretchen Custodos Diaz, 28, was stopped by a cleaner. He later reported the incident to Manila police in the Philippines. A transgender woman was handcuffed after the cleaner stopped her from using the ladies' toilet because she has a penis. Gretchen Custodio Diaz was about to enter the restroom in the shopping mall in Manila in the Philippines when she was told off by Charaganal on Tuesday. Gretchen, who was wearing a jacket and black dress, filmed the bizarre moment when she argued with the cleaning lady. I'm off with. Those are the rules, though. If that's that place's rules, and that's that place's rules.
Yep.
You can't exactly go in the fucking women's bathroom, can you? Mobile phone footage captures Gretchen being taken to the basement and held inside a room away from shoppers. The cleaner came in here and saying, "You still have a penis, remember that." She also tried to take away Gretchen's phone, remembering his phone, appearing to hit her on the head, claiming to file a lawsuit against Gretchen. Manila police arrived hours later at around 11:30 p.m. and took Gretchen away in handcuffs, local media reports. Yes, wouldn't have happened if we just used the male bathroom. You wouldn't have a problem with this. Gretchen was taken to the police station in Curabayo. A woman from the Philippines that has a penis. What is new? Yeah, she's usually Thailand that has that problem, though, isn't it? Thailand's the one that usually has that problem. Not.
Say
Yeah,
Taiwan, the
Hungary,
whole
right,
ladyboy thing is pretty popular, I think, isn't it?
in Taiwan, yeah.
Yeah.
And the trouble with it is though, that's why I never go to Thailand because you can't tell the difference. All the time you do not know that's a that's a Johnny. You just assume it's a woman because they look like a woman.
Mhm.
That's
I don't think it
why.
would stop me from going to Thailand. Granted, if whatever the hell reason I'm going to or Taiwan or
Thailand.
Thailand, yeah, Thailand, shit. I probably would not. That wouldn't stop me from going to Thailand. But considering I would not be going there to partake in such activities, it wouldn't be a problem for me.
Men have penis, easy to tell them apart. Yeah, but when they're just dressed up in full clothes and walking down the street, you can't tell the difference. It just looks like a normal woman. So yeah. QDPD Chief, Brigadier and Sheriff, Consulito, in Creevy, Donald Ramp Repeller. In a phone interview, this is the first time this has happened. Messing was eventually released after the chair decided to drop charges and apologise to her, admitting that she had made a mistake. Let's be honest, you probably wouldn't know that was a man, though, would you? You would not know that was a man. All I know
Ain't
is
too
Steve
bad looking
Ryan would love to be there.
for a dude.
You would know that was a man. To be fair. I don't know why I want to apologise to Gretchen. I hope this apology will give me a second chance. This apology will give me a second chance. I'm only human. It was not my intention to offend her. I was willing to study the rights of LGBT. That's all. I'm sorry. Gretchen vowed to pursue legal action. For me, it was like I was a shoplifter being dragged inside a mall. People looking at me, I was being held. Yes, hands like a boxer despite the feminine face. No one feels with boxers' hands. Yeah, so you wouldn't know that was a man. You would not know that was a man. I cannot understand how it's supposedly gender fair say there is a person who would treat me like he committed a crime. Sounds in the Alexis Mela Franco. Abojan supported Gretchen and she wrote on Facebook post, Gretchen is a proud trans woman who expresses herself as a woman and she always goes to the female restroom every single day. She got offended by the start. Well, I guess shit happens. Shit happens.
Uh-huh.
Nothing I can really say. Yeah, to be honest, it's probably going to be the last article of the day. Yeah. Weight Watchers under fire for launching sick weight loss app for kids.
Wonderful.
See, I don't really. I'm a bit torn on this, and I'll tell you why I'm torn on this, right? Because there's a lot of fat kids out there, right?
Okay.
So if there's an
Yeah.
app like fun for them, it's like a fun way for kids to lose weight. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. If that makes sense.
It's not necessarily a bad idea. I mean,
What do you think
When-
Pokemon Go was?
when there's so many when there's so many parents that are so apathetic about what their kids are eating, something like this might actually say, hey, this stuff mom and dad are shoving down your throats may not be the best thing for you.
Yeah. The Pokemon Go, but having an alternative wouldn't be a bad idea. So what I'm saying is, if it's like a fun way for kids to lose weight, I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily.
The Wii.
I'm saying other alternatives aren't a bad thing, though. Is what I'm saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's already, I don't even know why anybody's writing about this because this has already been done by Xbox, PlayStation, the Wii, and Pokemon Go, and any other virtually interactive games that you actually have to get up and move.
I guess it's because they're more implicit, right?
Fitbit Kids.
Yeah, I feel like, I just kind of see.
Whatever happened to my 4 favorite words growing up?
They wanted to come in the final on social media for launching a healthy eating app for kids, for teens, for kids and teens. Yeah, where's really the issue here?
I don't see a problem with it.
Is it geared toward kids or teenagers?
It says it's designed for kids and teenagers, so I don't really know. Both, I guess.
All I know is there was a game that I used to play all the time on the Wii that I'd be sweating because I'd be moving so much.
Dance
game.
Dance Revolution?
No, Mad World, black and
Mm.
white and shades of red. Well, and in that one stage blue, but still, it was fun.
Yeah, unless someone's trying to make it mandatory to be on somebody's phone, I don't see the problem with this app whatsoever.
Yeah.
Personally, like I said, I miss.
Bulimia.
Yeah. See, personally, I missed my 4 favorite words as I was a kid. I kind of wondered what happened to those 4 words. Go outside and play.
I think if there's like a way where you can like answer the weight and it says like, I don't know, like if the kids like doesn't need to lose weight, it's just say it doesn't need to lose weight. I guess I don't really know how you would do that.
Well, they're probably going to fall back on this might cause people to have poor body image and get depressed, anxiety, and anorexia.
Well,
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
have a poor body, it's kind of a problem.
Yeah, Weight Watchers, the company formerly known as Weight Watchers. I'm not even going to say that because WWE obviously fucking stands the Weight Watchers. You didn't change your name at all. You just made it more lazy. It's like giving your fucking name, isn't it? Jesus Christ. So yeah, Weight Watchers, the company formerly known as Weight Watchers, have recently launched a new app.
Is that like when or is it like just a symbol? Like when Prince had that stupid, like weird ass like symbol as his name?
Yeah, they just made the name more lazy, which, like I say, is ironic. But instead of targeting adults, this app is designed for teenagers and kids. But nobody can deny the importance of young people eating healthy. Many have criticized Weight Watchers with their venture.
Setting kids up with healthy habits is a good thing.
Yeah. Called Curvo. The app officially launched on Tuesday. It was an app that says like, you know, how many like fruits and vegetables have you eaten today, how much exercise you've done today, and stuff like that. That's not a bad thing.
That's pretty much a Fitbit.
Yeah.
Well, it is because people are recurring. Well, because fat is totally healthy. The doctors are lying to you. Those losers.
Speaking of these games, I missed More Heroes. It was awesome. I only played that game once, but it was really fun. Called Curvo, the app officially launched in the US on Tuesday and is said to help kids and teens reach a healthier weight and build healthy habits. So that's kind of what it does then, isn't it? See? Yeah, that's kind of what it does. So it says like today, reds, greens, and minutes of activity done. And I think there's also a thing for like meal plans and stuff. That's not a bad thing, actually.
No, it's not a bad thing. I'd kind of like to see how much at the base of these, you know, any problems people have with the apps. I wonder how much of it can be traced back to like, Apple, you know, Google, those who already have apps, similar apps that you have to pay for, versus this one, which may very well be free. Just saying.
Yeah, the app. Once the app was trying to post spread, but excited to introduce Curvo Health. A science tool based uniquely for kids and teens who want to improve their healthy eating habits and get more active. But again, if done properly, isn't a bad thing. Good thing. Alongside this, They showed a video of a 12-year-old girl named Juliana who discusses her experience with the app and claims it helped improve her meal time at school. If they're running meal time at school, running mile time at school, sorry, fucking hell. And my mom sees pleased. He's pleased to no longer act as the food police for her child. Juliana is about being more healthy and active and feeling good about yourself. Camera was not yet available in the UK and cost £57 a month.
Jesus.
Now I we're annoyed about it.
Well, so much for Apple losing money.
So it's not free then, is it? £57 a month? I can see what people are annoyed about this now.
It's free to download.
Well, if it's £57 a month,
Or
which for the
$69.
Americans, that's about
$69.
$60. Yeah.
I've legitimately seen like on the App Store stuff like Hulu and Netflix advertised as a free app.
Yeah. Well, the thing about £57 a month, of course, you're going to lose weight on that program. You can't afford to eat at that point.
Oh, I thought it just said 57. Holy crap!
Yes, $69 US.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I could do with that money.
Like
That's like
eat.
that too.
So I was praising it before, but now with that price, no. So this is an app that helps kids with planning out how they eat and exercise. What's the problem here? This could be great for maintaining healthy weight. Well, that's the only problem I've seen so far is the price of it. Marshall encourages users to follow a traffic light system with their food, which was developed by Stanford University. They explain green foods, including fruits and veg, are great at mealtime, are great at any time. Yellows, including lean proteins and pasta, are all good. You'll just watch your portions. Red foods like candy and soda, you'll have to get them up and just stop and think how to budget them. Budget them in. When you're going to have to budget, you fucking buy your fucking app. Provide children with their coach on who they should have for 15 minutes each week to keep them motivated. And while some parents may think this is a helpful tool for kids, others branded it sick and disgusting. One Twitter user said fear of food, fixation on healthy eating, fixation on exercise. These are all symptoms of extremely dangerous eating disorders. No, they're not. There's more to it than that. And that's what this program will encourage in kids. Another commentator, this is disgusting and horrifying. You can excited to introduce a tool that can trigger eating disorders in children, okay. Well, communism will help you lose weight by starving, but I don't endorse that. The fourth person out of this is sick. I've taken to Weight Watchers. I've taken Weight Watchers to 10/11. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. 3 pounds puppy fat. Or disappear the growth spurt for a few. For the 30 years of eating disorders, I'm obese and I still see the enemy. Don't do this to your children. So concerned about the app. The petition has been launched. Change.org calling for Weight Watchers to remove it.
Can anyone tell me if of any time Change.org petition actually did anything?
Never. Even the fucking government, over here you can have a government petition, they still don't do anything. All they'll do is if they get more than 10,000, they'll have to reply to it, but it's usually some fucking bullshit generic response that they give the government ones. Speaking to Pretty 52, Gary Foster, PhD, Chief Scientific Officer at Weight Watchers, said at Weight Watchers we have decades of expertise in scaling science-backed behavior change programs, gently positions us to be part of the solution to address the prevalent public health problem of childhood obesity. Yeah, and alongside this distinguished group of leaders, the Pediatric Health and Nutrition, we've carefully developed the platform to be holistic, rewarding, and inspirational so kids, teens, and families get the tools and guidance they need to manage their environment and sustain healthy habits. I mean, the main problem I see with this thing is the fucking price because it's pretty expensive.
Yeah. Ooh, hey, blind girl.
She's muted.
All right. I just had a thought. Okay, Thunder might be able to help me on this one. Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, all these weight loss places. You ever notice how they're always right next door to a Baskin Robbins or a Dunkin' Donuts or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if that's one of the problems of the app. You install it and it shows up right next to Candy Crush.
Probably.
Just wondering.
All right, chilling time, so she'll.
Live stream every Wednesday.
Yeah. Pumpkin Trucker Channel, Almost Daily Dash Cams, been running all day. Starting again tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., going to Springfield, Pennsylvania. Yay!
I say, end over here in about 20 minutes or so. And, yeah. So thanks for watching. I'll help the world. Don't piss in the shower curtain. You're all a bunch of cunts. Goodbye.
See ya!